Hey guys, welcome back to another Street Fighter 6 character impressions video. Now if you've missed any of my previous 6 character impression videos where I covered Juri, Blanka, JP, Dee Jay, Rashid, and Guile, the link to that playlist is down below. Now for my 7th Street Fighter 6 impression video, and the latest character that I finished 100 online matches with was Kimberly, and let me tell you, using her was a lot of fun. Now once again, I finished in the positive, winning 58% of my online matches, and I feel like for the most part, my matches were pretty competitive. What I love about Kimberly is that she fits the playstyle that I enjoy the most, and that's a character who thrives on rushdown, being in my opponent's face, and having them guess as to which direction I will quickly move in next. Now in my 100 online matches with Kimberly, I came across every character at least one time with the exception of Blanka. So what characters did I strive against and which characters did I struggle against? Well, let's kick it off with a character that I fought against the most, and that was Juri.
That felt good, didn't it?
Recently, I felt like I had figured Juri players out, but that script was flipped in my matches with Kimberly as I fought Juri 16 times, but only won 37% of the time. Kimmy is a character that when I go to use her for a future impressions video, I believe I'll play very similar in playstyle with as Kimberly. Kimmy players though, they didn't give me too many issues as I won 69% of my matches. Next up is Ken. In my experience, there's 2 types of Ken players. The one that will go straight ham, and the others that are just picking him for his simplicity. A good Ken player is very tough to deal with, but an inexperienced Ken player tends to be too easy. In this challenge, I ended up having 11 matches versus Ken and won 72% of the time. Now Zangief hasn't really appealed to me to try and pick him up and play here in Street Fighter 6, but I really do enjoy matching up against him because just with one slip, it could be lights out. Now even though I came out on the negative side, only winning 42% of my matches against Geef, they were still a lot of fun. Now there are 2 matches that no matter which character I choose, just frustrate me, and that's going up against Marisa and Manon. I feel like the only wins I get against Marisa is a player who really has no clue how to use her. And when you come up with a player that does know how to use her, well, it's pretty much lights out. Now with Kimberly, I did split my wins and losses right down the middle at 50%. Now the same cannot be said for my matches against Manon, as I ended up on the losing side in every single match. Now there were 5 characters that I only had 2 matches against. Now in my matches versus Dalsum, I split it 50%. And Guile, well, I had no luck losing both of those matches. Now in my battle against Lily, Dee Jay, and E Honda, I did come out with the W each time. Now I think a mirror match is a really great way to test your skills, as there is no advantage, but on the negative side, I only did have 1 mirror match, but on the positive side, I did come out with the win. Now JP is a character that I do like to fight against and I do like to use, but I only had 1 match against him, and again I'm happy to say that I did come out with the victory in that 1 match. Now one of the characters I seem to be struggling consistently against are Chun-Li players, and with Kimberly I found it hard to counter my opponent's aggressive playstyle when I came across Chun-Li, only winning 25% of the time. Jamie was a character that when Street Fighter 6 first launched was scary to go up against. As of late, I feel like he's a character, now don't get me wrong, can be dangerous in the right hands, but my Kimberly was able to come out on top 75% of the time against Jamie players. Now there are 2 characters in Street Fighter 6 I really just don't get excited against when I come up against them, whether I win or lose, and that's Ryu and Luke. Now during this run, I came across Ryu 7 times, winning 71% of the time, and I came across Luke 9 times, winning 77% of the time. And finally, when it comes to a crazy off-the-wall matchup, my favorite was definitely going up against Rashid. Whether you're going up against Kimberly or Rashid, you really need to have your sharpest of reflexes running on all cylinders. Now, while I only had a limited amount of matches against Rashid, I did come up with the W 66% of the time. Now, in closing, Kimberly, she was just straight up fun to use. Although it can be very easy to get caught up in wanting to go too fast with her, because just with the slightest mistake, it can leave you open to be punished big time by your opponents. But the reward of just being able to put the pedal to the metal and really just having the matches in my control is just so rewarding. Now, what are your guys' thoughts on Kimberly? Whether you played her or played against her, comment down below. Now, for my next 100 online match challenges, I'm going to go back to JP to see if I can do better than my first go around and give my second impression. But after that, I'm really considering giving Chun-Li a shot and see what the strongest woman in the world can do. Alright guys, well that's going to wrap up this impressions video for Kimberly after 100 online matches. Now, if you'd like to see some of my matches, I've made a YouTube Shorts playlist called Final Round, and I put a link down in the description so you can check out some of those matches. Alright guys, if you like these Street Fighter 6 character impressions videos, make sure you hit that red subscribe button so you can stay tuned in here to Tone In Entertainment for future videos.
Kimberly wins!
Subscribe to the channel! Do it! Go now! Do it now!